What's up? We got Supergirl Season 1, Episode 1 pilot. So we will be starting Supergirl today. And yeah, I know I couldn't continue, but I will not quit on Supergirl. I'm excited to watch this show. I'm excited to watch this first episode. And it's a horror, so that's what get. And it also has connection to the other of our shows. So yeah, so this episode starts up on Krypton, where we see a 13-year-old Kara. Where we see a 13-year-old Kara Zor-El, and with her baby brother Kal-El. So Kal-El gets rocketed out, but Kara's gets into the shockwaves of Krypton's destruction. Gets Kara knocked into the Phantom Zone, and she slept there for 24 years. And by the time she got finally to Earth, her cousin finally grew up into the man we all know as the Man Tomorrow, Superman. And he decided to place her with the Danvers, people who let him know his abilities, even though we never saw them in the actual Smallville series. I know that's not Smallville, but I'm just going to mention Smallville stuff. So, yeah, so we see Kara as a 24-year-old. We see Kara as a 24-year-old, and she's working for her boss, Cat Grant, Catco Worldwide Media. And she has a best friend named Windshot, who's always talking about aliens, and he tries to ask her out, but she's like, she's got a date. So, yeah. So then we also meet James. We know James from Smallville, but this version of him didn't get killed by Doomsday. This version of him is still alive, and he works at, I haven't forgiven the Smallville writers for what they did to his character. I haven't forgiven the Smallville writers. This will not be a bunch of Smallville references every single episode of this show, but just for this one. So Kara notices a picture of Clark flying, and he's like, he actually posed for that picture. So then we see, So Kari is with her sister Alex when she, Alex explains about Kara's, Kara's like, when she worked for Cat Grant, she didn't know she would be pulling coffee in. And Alex like, you always want to be normal. Being normal means having a crappy job. So Kara's on a date with some guy who basically blows her off to flirt with some other lady. Terrible date guy. But then Alex is plan's in trouble, so Kara flies up there for the first time and saves Alex. But they're like, playing savior or wrecking ball. She's like, wait, what? And yeah. So then Alex is basically like, yeah, do you know what you've done? Now everyone knows about you. And she's like, she just wanted to be a hero. And she's like, yeah. So they're like, new superhero, what should we name her? And so then we see one of the villains, and he's reporting to a guy, and he's like, Laura's daughters now survived, and he's like, you must kill the human operative, including Laura's daughter, Kara. So Kara decides to reveal her secret identity to Win. He first thinks she's a lesbian, which I thought was kind of funny, gay jokes. But then she reveals herself as Supergirl, and he's like, you're her, and she's like, yep. So then he decides to sign some prototype suit time. Yeah, prototype suits. And she finally, and we learned that the S, like Superman, is for super. But she's like, nope, it's actually her family's coat of arms, the House of L. So yeah, so she defeats some bad guys. But yeah, but as she's flying, she gets tranked with kryptonite darts and ends up in the DEO with director Hank Henshaw and his Agent Danvers. Yeah, Kara's sister, and Kara's kind of like shocked. Kara's kind of mad that Alex tried to discourage her from using her powers, but she was working with an organization to stop aliens. So she's like, she's gotta go, and then she's mad at Catco, a cat for naming the cat grand for naming the female hero Supergirl, and she's like, do you have a problem with the word girl? Kara's a girl. She's a like cat's a girl. What's wrong with the word Supergirl? Yeah, so Kara decides to. So she's like, nah. So she decides to face off against that bad guy, but he almost kills her. But that's when Alex and DEO show up and save her, and Alex reveals that the only reason why she didn't want Kara to stop, that's why she was trying to discourage Kara, was because when Kara's pod landed in the Phantom Zone, Kara's pod attracted the Fort Ross, which allowed all the Fort Ross escapees to, as it says, escape. And now they're after, and since Kara's mom let them out, since they can't get to Kara's mom, they're gonna try to kill Kara. So that's why she was trying to discourage her from being a hero, because she was just trying to protect her. Yeah, so Kara fights off against the bad guy. We don't know his name, or I'm not remembering his name. So, but she's able to burn his axe and blow him up. And then, yeah, so then James reveals he knows her identity from Superman, and he's like, up and away, and then she flies off. And then we learn that Kara's aunt is now evil, and Kara's aunt is like, she couldn't kill Kara because she couldn't leave Krypton, so she'll leave Earth, and nothing's gonna stop her, not even Kara, to end the episode. So, what did I think of this first episode? I thought it was pretty good. It was a pretty good pilot. It's kind of funny that Melissa Benoist, who portrays Kara, originally auditioned for the role of Thea Queen on Arrow. So it would have been funny. Wouldn't it have been funny to see Thea portrayed by this actress, and Grant Gustin, who plays Barry Allen, be audition for Roy? That's funny. But yeah, that was a pretty good first episode. We got introduced to characters. We got Win. So our main cast of characters are Kara, Win, James, Kat, Alex, Hank. That's our 6 main characters that we have to follow. 6 main characters so far. And our 6 main characters are pretty good. Yeah. And Alex is like, it's the only reason he hired her. The only reason he hired Alex was because of her sister. I'll have to finish this later. Okay, so back to what I was saying about what saying. I really liked the episode. It was really good. I like the characters, I like the story. I really like Supergirl in general. The first episode was really good and introduced all the characters. Sorry for all my Smallville references, but I had to make the Smallville references because if you're going to have a great show like Smallville, then you're gonna have a great. Then years later, you're gonna make another super show about Supergirl. you have to have some small references and reviews of the show, like interviews of the show. Yeah, in the show. So, yeah, that was it. That was the video. And I'll see you next time for some more Supergirl. Up, up, and away. Up, up, and away. Boy, yes.